Hey, it's the Adam Carolla Messageeboard. Getting a little more interesting. How's it getting more interesting? Well, instead of watching or listening to an episode with Andrew Dice Clay one-on-one, which might have been relevant in 1992, we have a new forum. Check this sucker out. Separate subforum for other podcasts, things that people on the message board might find interesting. 1780s guy is close. He was very quick to respond right here. Boom. Answered all our prayers. You better believe it. Here we go. We got a subforum. I have a sprapping thread that is going to be cool right here. ACSMB podcasting Sprapp. Right now it's nothing. But here's where the big guns are, right here. This is an Excel file. If you don't have Microsoft Excel, get with the program, get OpenOffice, get something. This is going to be listing all the podcasts that are commented on, threads are set up on, anything related to podcasts and user comments about them. We're going to aggregate them all because, hey, there's only so much time in the day, and you got to find the most efficient way to listen to the best radio or best podcast audio, whatever you want to call it. So what I have here is a pivot table. And pivot tables are a little complex. People that aren't into Excel or pivot tables probably won't have any idea how they work. However, they're pretty easy to work if you just know a couple simple things. Basically, if you click inside of this, something pops up on the right. It's called the field list. It's got all the different columns and fields, basically, that are set up on this other sheet over here, which is our data sheet. This one looks more difficult to look at. But this is where I enter in all the data, user and what podcast they were listening to and what they liked. Scroll to the left a little bit. You'll see these are the board members on the Adam Carolla. I'm a Braver Man Can on the message board. I like Skeptic's Guide to the Universe because it's excellent. My reasoning would be love them novellas because there's a bunch of novellas who are on that show. It's an excellent show. It's really one of the best podcasts that I have ever heard. It's really excellent. Science-based and really interesting. So as we go through all the different podcasts and list information that we have about them, you can see here's some names. Geocast, that's Giovanni's cast. Who commented that they liked Geocast? Loveline fan did. That's how you do. You open this up by clicking this little plus or minus, and you can expand this entire field and see what everybody's thinking about this podcast by right-clicking and going to Expand Collapse, and then choose Expand Entire Field. And then everything kind of opens up, and you see what everybody, who's liking or disliking each one of these podcasts. Now, let's collapse this all again and make it a little easier to view. Collapse entire field. So if we want to find out the most liked video podcast, then all we have to do is, this is a sort filter up here. I'm choosing more sort options, actually. And within more sort options, we're going to do descending by sum of liked. That's going to put the highest number of likes on any given podcast is going to be at the top of the screen. And there it is. Doug Loves Movies is the winner so far here on September 6th. We will see what happens over the next few weeks and months. Doug Loves Movies. Fuckface. I respect Fuckface. I like Hero Boy. Lynx Alcon's a good guy, I think. And Stoked, I don't know. I'm going to try I'm going to try to speak, and after I do that, I'm going to try listening to Doug Loves Movies, because 4 people, 3 of which who I'm aware of and I believe have similar personality traits to, have liked this podcast. So if Adam's going to have Andrew Dice Clay and some retarded midget who looks like, I guess, his son on the show, then I'm going to be listening to Doug Loves Movies, even if I can't say it. Mental Illness Happy Hour has 3, which is surprising. Lax Dude, I don't think we can trust anything he says because he hates everything, so I'm suspect if he likes anything. Don't Know South Pole. Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, clearly. I must be one of the people, yeah. JSN is the one, or Loveline fan. Somebody recommended that. I tried Judge John Hodgman, caught a weak episode of that, although I do like John Hodgman. Ricky Gervais, haven't listened to his. Now, you can see here we've got a sum of dislike column over here. If you want to see the most dislikes, the way to go here is you click this filter, which is, it's really filtering all the movie names. You do the more sort options, Now we want to do descending instead of by sum of liked, we want to do descending by sum of disliked. And we can see that Joe Rogan is a -1, +2 -3. I don't know why I put dislike Joe Rogan. I think it was after reading comments and not even listening. Technically, mine should be void. Lax Dude does like Joe Rogan's podcast. Well, son of a gun. The Nerdist is 1 and 1. I think the Nerdist is okay. I put negative. I shouldn't. I should put neutral on that. The Adam Carolla Show only has 1 negative. We'll have to update that. The Film Vault, I don't even know if that's in existence anymore. Well, anyway, you can see how this works. Now, not only do you have information about how many likes and dislikes there are, but you can also see descriptive comments. For example, who are the 3 that wrote they dislike Joe Rogan's podcast and why? If you double click on this cell, which I'm doing right now, then what you get is kind of like a printout or a spit out of all the information. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see the reasoning column. And I'm going to wrap the text on the reasoning column by going up to home and wrap text so I can see it a little better. So Laxdude said, don't let what you think he is turn you away. Some guests are painful, so be ready to skip an episode. So he likes, but technically he likes only part of the time. I do admit not every podcast is good, but this Stoner Talk is pretty enlightening. All right, and no comments on the dislike. So that's how you can browse through all the different comments that the respected Adam Carolla Messageeboard users are posting, and really come up with, there's more information you can draw off this. We don't have to just do like and dislike. We can try to quantify the comments in a manner that will allow us to really see what the best stuff is and what the trends of the Carolla listener or the Carolla hater are and different types of podcasts they can listen to. So that is the Lax Dude Summer Podcasting Thread, Sprapp. It just rolls right off the tongue. It will be updated all the time. So there you go. ACSMB! ACSMB.